Hi, Lou.
Hey, man. How
Charlie
you
Vann.
doing? Excellent.
All right, Charlie Vann here with Lou Diamond Phillips.
man.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
And I have to say, go UTA Maps. I'm
Nice.
a fellow alumni.
Nice.
And that leads me to my next question. There's been a lot of talent coming out of the UTA film program. You were there. What makes it so special, and what is your hope for the future for that program over there?
I went back and taught a residency for about a week. And that was like 2 years ago. And I worked with the theater department, with the musical theater department, and the film department. And back in the day, we had somebody really, really special like Andy Anderson, really pushing students into believing that they had a place in this business. And I'm a middle-class kid. My dad was, in the Navy. My mom was a housewife. When I used to tell people when I was 18 years old, yeah, I'm going to be in the movies, I got the typical reaction. They kind of laughed. Well, yeah, good story, kid. But being at UTA, you started believing it could be true. And that's because you were in the Dallas-Fort Worth area where movies are getting made, where television's getting made, industrials, commercials. You can make a living. And I discovered this back in 1982, that, you could actually become a professional actor in this area. And, having spoken with Dr. Crowley over there, one of my hopes and dreams for the students there is that they realize there's a pipeline into the real world. There's a pipeline into their industry, and if they're committed to doing it, if they're committed to learning it, and they want to hit the bricks and put in the work, they can become part of the filmmaking community. As an actor, as a director, as a writer, as a group member, whatever, it's available to them. And they sort of have to start thinking big picture in that way.
DIFF 20 years. How important and special is this festival to the Dallas-Fort Worth film scene?
Back in the day, I had advice, if I wanted to be in movies, go where they make movies, so everybody would say, oh, you got to go to LA or New York or whatever, But the fact that this is vibrant and vital and alive and getting national attention and is now, an Academy Award qualifier, but it shows, and not only that, premieres local films here. I was in 1 in a Million for, a brief minute, and that premieres Sunday. Keep Quiet was shot in Oklahoma. Now also you got Taylor Sheridan, with Landman here and all the other projects he's making here. This is reality. This is the film hub that we were hoping it was going to be back in the early 80s when I was here. They kept saying third coast. It never materialized. It is now starting to come into being. And the fact that we have a world-class film festival here only supports that. And obviously that's one of the reasons I'm here, in addition to the fact that I got a lot of old and dear friends, that are still, kicking around.
Well, Lou, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the festival.
You bet.
Thank you.